Good morning.
It's Tuesday again already.
It is Tuesday and we are back. Back in action.
So I am struggling a little bit today, but I'm here. I guess that's the important part.
What struggle bus are you on today?
The crud has hit our house and it's gone through everybody. And of course, I'm last. So I probably sound like a frog or like I have a clothespin on my nose. I have neither, but I'm going to drink my tea.
You sound better than yesterday.
I feel better, but I'm still raspy, and I know that can be frustrating to listen to, so thanks for putting up with us. What do you want to talk about today?
Well, last week we talked about lead generation in general and all the fun stuff that you can do to generate leads. And so today we wanted to jump in and talk about what to do when you get those leads and how to convert them.
So in other words, everybody went out last week and got they added 20 new people to their database, and now they don't know what to do with them, and we don't want to let them go.
5 a day, right?
Yes. That would be 25.
Correct. The credit is
but we don't want you to let those leads go.
Make sure you click the button to allow StreamYard to have access so that we can see who you are.
Oh no, yeah, I want to know who else isn't feeling well.
Everyone.
I'm sorry, it's miserable. So today we're converting those leads that we got. So that's exciting because you can get leads all day long. And I would say the biggest reason people want, how do I want to word that? The biggest thing people say is, I don't have enough leads. And that's why their business is struggling. It's probably not that you don't have enough leads. It's probably that you could use a little bit of help converting the leads into signed contracts.
Yeah, I mean, don't spend a lot of money and don't spend all the work generating leads if you have no intentions of putting in the time and the work to convert them, because that's only half of it, but they're just not going to miraculously go under contract when you get a lead.
And some of us are probably on teams that are listening in, and don't take the place on a team if you're not going to take the leads seriously, because somebody else will, and somebody is paying for those leads, even though might not be you. So basically, converting leads is taking a cold or a warm lead. So this could be an online lead that you got from Facebook. This could be a lead that somebody called you and said, hey, my friend wants to sell their house. Here's their number. What else could a lead be? Help me out here.
It could be, a lead that comes in from your website, text lead, Facebook, any of your social media accounts.
And I wanted to go over that because I think people get confused about what is a lead and what is a client. And there's a big difference, and they need to be treated differently.
Love it. Absolutely. 100%.
Today what we're doing is we're taking cold and warm leads and turning them up to hot. We're going to get them back into summer from winter and sending them through the pre-qualifying process, whether they're a buyer or a seller. So we're not just pre-qualifying our buyers, but also our sellers, and getting them to the signed buyer agreement. And it's going to be different for every state, but getting them to a signed buyer agreement or a signed listing agreement. And another day we'll go on to everything else that goes into that. But we need to simplify today's. And so that's what we're talking about, how to convert those leads to a signed agreement.
Yeah, and basically a lead is anybody that you can put into your database.
Yeah.
It could even be a vendor.
It should be a vendor. Your vendors should be buying and selling through you, or else you need to find new vendors. Was that wrong? Was that rough?
No, it's honest.
It's true.
Truthful. You're giving them, tons of business.
You are.
All right, so let's get started on what types of conversions and what type of leads they are.
Okay, so you probably have in your database right now, let's use just a random number. You have 500 people in your database. Out of those 500 people, 500 of them should have a tag, because that's how we're going to get them organized. The best way to get started in getting them converted is to know who you're working with. So you should be using your CRM to tag them with as many tags as you possibly can. Tag them with realtor.com, tag them with Facebook, tag them with Property Boost, tag them with the neighborhood that they live in, tag them with the month that they bought if they're a past client, the year that they bought. Literally anything. If you played a sport with them or if your kids went to school with them, tag them with as many hashtags as you possibly can. And this should all be within your CRM, and there'll probably even be some suggestions. But the most important thing that you want to tag them with is our letter system. And that is your A, B, and your C. So that way you know you can pull out who are my A buyers today and who are my B buyers, or who are my A sellers.
Mm-hmm.
So tagging them and just giving them that clarification is going to give you the clarification that you need to work with the clients who are ready to go today.
Yeah, and the tags really help you niche down for what type of, nurture or marketing and stuff that you want to dive into with those people. Get more specific, and it also helps you just stay organized in your business.
Yeah. I was in a class one time, and I don't know where I was or what class I was taking.
Sounds like a normal day.
But I remember this saying. There is, it makes me mad I can't remember it word for word. But basically, there's nothing less motivational than an unmotivated lead.
Oh, I like it.
So to kind of stretch that out. So what that is if you're working a client who's not really serious, especially in this market where Siri just kicked on. If you're working with a buyer who's not ready to go and they just want to go look at houses every Sunday, you're going to get unmotivated, and you're not going to want to focus on your buyers who are motivated and ready to go. So that's why we're tagging them.
Or if they're not willing to compete in the multiple offer situations that everybody is finding themselves in.
That's right. Or the seller who wants to sell their house, but they're like, I just want to test it out.
Yeah, let's test it out.
Let's just see what happens.
More.
Yeah, and it's going to unmotivate you, and you're not going to have the energy to spend on your clients who are ready to go.
Right,
and it trickles all the way down your business.
So you're saying by organizing them in the ABC sort of stuff, it really helps you to spend time where you need it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, do not, by any means, do not ignore your C buyers, but you're going to focus just a little bit more on your A buyers.
Right. Because those are the ones that are ready to go today.
That's right.
Those are your money makers right now, because those are the ones that are going to be closing.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So going off of the tagging and, organizing your database and stuff, one of the big things for lead conversion is the automation systems that you should have implemented in your CRMs. Now, we talk a lot about CRMs almost on every podcast, it almost seems like, but it's really, really important. And it can be very time consuming to set these things up. But honestly, once you have them set up, they're ready to go. So these automations in your CRM, which again is your client relationship. Did you hear that? Relationship manager.
I like that word.
Okay. Because these people that are your leads and your clients, you're in a relationship with them. Okay. If they're a lead, maybe you're, blind dating right now, right? Your clients, you're, going steady with, and you're ready to get them under contract. Okay. So the automations that you're going to use in your CRM are going to really help you, because your CRM should be doing the heavy lifting for you to get those people from your C list to your A list. Okay. So what does that look like? Your CRM should have the automations of setting up some sort of campaign. So when someone comes in, say, for example, it's a landing page that you created with, every home in your town for $200,000 and under. Now, I realize some of you guys might not have $200,000 homes in your market, okay? But
Some of us are over here struggling.
Some of us have a smaller price point, okay? So if they come in that way, you have an automation set up that is set up over the next, 30 days to reach out and touch these people, and not touch them in a way that they don't want to be touched, okay? This is
no means no.
Definitely. So what happens is they're going to come in. Your system is automatically going to send them a text message, going to send them an email and say, hey, thanks for checking out XYZ. Are you ready to buy a home? Whatever it is, okay? These are already in your CRM. You just got to activate them, okay? Once your lead messages you back, you're going to reach out to them from your personal cell phone. You're going to call them, whatever. But your system is nurturing your leads for you. It's basically like having an assistant in your business. Now, I'm not going to spend, I can literally sit here and talk for hours about your CRM and automations, but I just want you guys to make sure that you are utilizing your CRMs and that they should be a robust system. It should be your virtual assistant, okay? They should be texting your clients. They should be emailing them. They should also be telling you when it's time to reach out to them, okay?
That's right. Like you should be sitting by the pool while your CRM is doing the work for you.
Exactly. Let them do the heavy lifting. Let them stay in contact over and over, because the reality is that it takes quite a few times of talking to a lead or emailing them and stuff before they actually become a client. Okay.
That's right.
So depending where they come from in the outside world into your CRM depends on how your automation should be set up. If they're a paid lead and they're contacting you and saying, hey, I want to see this house, then you better immediately grab your phone and be talking to them, okay? Now, if you can't and you're sitting by your pool or you're, at the Mexican restaurant having margaritas with Athena and I, then you're going to call them when you get done.
Sometimes we work.
Yes, that's true. Yes, we have to do that. Thank you, Athena, for being the level-headed one.
But I think the whole point of this is let your CRM work for you so that you're not working constantly. Because that's why we get burned out, because we feel like we have to be ready to go every second, but let your CRM do the work.
Yeah, let that do your main nurturing for your database, okay, and your lead conversion. Right. But you should also be time blocking every day for your lead generation, for your lead nurturing, all the things, okay? So when you do that, you're going to log into your CRM. Your CRM should be like, hey, you got these 10 calls to make today, right? And they're going to tell you exactly who to call, what you got to do. You're going to leave a note. You're going to do all the things, okay? Because you can also see exactly in your system what your virtual assistant, your CRM has done for you, okay? So you and your CRM should work together.
What do you say when you call your leads?
Buy a house. What do you say?
Well, you have to have a script. I don't like that word. I really don't. Another word is a canned template. Okay. And that's the canned template's more for like a text or an email response, right? But your CRM, again, we're going back to it, should have a whole list of things. Like we use KV Core. And my favorite one is, hey, thanks for checking out Cherry Point Real Estate website. How can I help you today? That's it. It's so easy. And I get a response probably 7 out of 10 times with that.
And really quickly, before you go into these scripts and stuff, it's really important that these automations and stuff that you have set up, if you're using ones that are built into your CRM and stuff, you need to go in there and change them a little bit so that they sound like you and not so robotic. Okay. And I'm sure if you
so that they don't send the little brackets with
where first name inside here.
Hi, first name.
I'm sure Athena's going to talk a lot about that in the scripts and stuff too, but I just wanted to make sure, like, you can't just have all this stuff sound super salesy. Like, the one that I really hate is like, are you an investor or do you want to buy a primary residence? Like, what is a primary residence? Like, normal people just don't talk that way.
Are you looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate today?
Yeah, I hate that one.
You're not. Do you know someone who is? Don't be that person. Use your CRM and let them. So people literally are paid to create these responses and to study these responses.
And the
The
conversion
people
rate.
who created the CRM were paid to find what got a response and what didn't.
Yeah.
So just use the systems that work. There's no point in recreating the wheel. Now, when you're calling these hot leads, if somebody calls in and they're like, hey, I'd like to schedule an appointment to see 123 Main Street, which we all have in our town, right? Hey, this is Athena with Cherry Point Real Estate. Let them do the talking first to find out where they are. You want to stay in control of your conversation, but just see what they say first. It's okay. You don't have to have this big, long spiel. Just be yourself.
And you don't always have to, like, make sure you're at your computer ready to pull up an address or something. You can always just say, like, just call them, talk to them, you know, and then if you need to find out that information, just be like, okay, well, I'm driving right now. As soon as I get to my computer, I'll pull that information up and send it over to you.
Yep. Or, hey, I'm actually on my way out the door. I will get back with you as soon as I get back into the office. Mm-hmm. People like that because they know that they're talking to a real person. When somebody goes online and they're like, okay, I want to see this house at 123 Main Street, they probably go to at least two sites to schedule an appointment, which means you are not the only agent who's talking to them.
Yeah.
So be the agent who's real, be the agent who wants to help and who doesn't sound like a robot.
Exactly.
That's it. That's all.
So another really great thing that you can use for lead conversion is having a relationship with your lender. Okay. And we talk a lot about having, you know, your go-to lenders that are local. Local lenders are the best. Okay. So bringing them in for help is very beneficial to you and the client. One, you're working on getting them pre-approved, so neither one of you are wasting your time. And two, you have that support from a lender who is like, yeah, like Athena, oh my gosh, yes, she is the best realtor. She will have your back. She will go to bat for you. It'll be amazing. She's wonderful. So to have somebody that's, you know, talking you up as well, they're gonna appreciate that so much because they don't know you.
But they can also be the bad guy when you don't want to be the bad guy.
like
if you have a buyer who insists on looking at $500,000 houses with their $200,000 budget, let the lender do that talking. Let the lender say, hey, you told me you were comfortable here.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Is like a lot of
yeah.
buyers pick that sales point and they have no idea what the actual payments are for that. So the lender can break that all down for them, you know, based off of their loan type and what they qualify for and stuff too. So that lender is helping you qualify that lead, okay? And then that way you can get them out there and show them homes that are in their price point. And then the conversion is going to be a lot better because they're going to already know what to expect up front.
That's right. And then also being able to provide a vendor list to your sellers. So right now in this market, sellers obviously are the golden children, right? Like everybody wants a listing.
Yeah.
Because it's going to sell. But be able to provide them with the value of your vendor list. Like we have a vendor list. How many people are on our team vendor list?
Like
30?
50.
But don't recommend somebody until you know they're good.
Yeah. Don't add them to your list.
Have that vendor list ready. We can share our vendor list just as a template. Obviously, you don't want to use our people because they'll probably charge a travel fee. But I mean, some of you might want to use like the lenders and stuff. But
yeah, I can share the Canva template for it.
Just as a template because it provides so much value. And if you have, say you have a seller who is not quite ready to go up, so let's go back to our tagging system. You've got a B seller. So they know they're going to be moving. They're going to get military orders, but they don't know when they're coming. It could be 3 months or it could be 6 months. Send them the vendor list. That way they're getting their home ready, making it easier for you to sell it, and just offer that to them.
Yeah, and then you also have like cleaning services on there, moving services, so that will really help them. You know, this pressure washing, painters.
Yeah. And it's really a 2-for-1 because the more business you send to those vendors, the more likely they are to recommend you. They're out there every single day, like Jess just said, pressure washing, cleaning houses. Those people are going to be like, oh, are you getting ready to sell? I am. Oh, call Jess. Call
And a huge part of the vendor relationships for lead conversion is when you're talking to sellers and buyers and stuff, you're like, I have an entire team of stagers, painters, pressure washers. So your vendor is your team. Okay. I don't care if you're a solo agent. This is your team. Insurance agents, lenders.
That's great. And people don't think about that, but seriously, it's how you go from being a solo agent to a team just by having your peeps.
Yeah. I mean, even if you're, a solo agent and, aside from your vendors and stuff, you have basically, a graphic designer on your team, don't you? Aren't you using Canva and stuff? I mean, I'm practically a graphic designer now.
Canva has a support team. That's your team.
That's right. Canva,
especially if you pay for Canva Pro. They're literally on your payroll.
Exactly. It's all in how you do, because a lot of people are not using these resources and stuff. So that is not an advantage to them for lead conversion and lead generation, right? So use that all to your benefit because those sellers and those buyers are going to want to work with you when you're a one-stop shop.
That's right. I had something really good to say, and it just totally slipped my mind.
I'm sure it'll come back.
It will, and I will pop in and I will interrupt and tell everybody. Property reports for your sellers. This is an excellent way to stay in touch with those sellers, and I'm going to show you the difference. So this is not to call anybody out. This is just to show you a real life example. So, and I have to apologize. I meant to bring the actual paper today, but slipped my mind. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you something that came in the mail the other day. Can you see it? Did it share?
Yeah.
Siri's talking to me up here. So what this is a market summary that you can go to and you can pull from your MLS. The people this guy mailed it to, my husband brought this to me and he's like, what is this? And he's like a numbers guy.
Mumbo jumbo.
No one knows what this means. No one. Oopsie.
Fell off.
Hi. But anyways, no one knows what those numbers mean. So yes, be the neighborhood expert and provide the stats. Let people know. That actually has a ton of really useful information. It talks about
for an agent, though.
What's that?
For an agent, though.
For an agent. So what you could be sending instead, hopefully I don't take myself out again. This is so much more pleasing to the eye. So, and this is from List Reports, guys. This is a really cool, I think it's free. A lender partner usually pays for this, and then whoever they partner with gives it to their agents for free. Again, it's List Reports, and it's really cool. So we just you see at the top there, it has the address of the property. No, at the top it has the address of the property. So you can print these or do these for specific neighborhoods or properties. But yeah, this is so much better than that hideous one that you shared, Athena. I mean, this is probably more something you would send to a buyer, right? But the point of this is make it look good, like be appealing. Yeah. So, but just know your neighborhood stats so that you can send that out, but be the top of mind person. Even if somebody just sold their house, last month, set them on a drip because like we talked about last week, we're always closing. We're always setting our clients up for their next sale.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody has an excuse to send out mailings that look like that when we have access to Canva, free Canva, and so many resources from lenders and stuff
Right.
that actually make more sense.
Which is another reason to partner with your lenders. They
Exactly.
probably really have great marketing stuff if you just reach out and ask. I don't know that, Alicia, for sure. I will tell you that and I think that it would be only right that we connected the two of them. We used Kelly Hall for that list report. She shared that with us.
I think you can sign up for it. But I think that it is a paid account. So typically like a lender has a paid account and then it's free to all the agents that they share it with.
So maybe reach out to your trusted lender and ask if they offer it or something similar.
Yeah, or just go check it out. And I'm sure they have an agent account that you can sign up for and stuff, but I'm all about free stuff.
Yeah, or take your own MLS stats and just make them pretty.
Yeah.
Don't send it in an Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah, did you have
spreadsheets except for me?
We should do like a training or something on one of these because what's really cool about that report that Athena was showing through there and stuff was it shows like all the restaurants and stuff that deliver to that address and really cool stuff, school ratings and stuff. So it definitely dives in deep, but it shows again, back to what Athena was saying, like it shows you as being the community expert of your area and stuff. You're the go-to person. And for lead conversion and stuff, we actually weren't planning on talking about this, but I'd love to take 5 seconds and dive into it. But with the community expert and stuff, if you create stuff like this for your neighborhoods and your towns and you share them on social media and stuff, people are going to come to you to ask you for questions about like, hey, what's the best restaurants? Hey, what are the best schools? Like people ask that all the time. And even though you can't tell them like your personal opinions and stuff, you can give them facts. And the school ratings and stuff, they're right there, they're facts.
And I think that even says like it comes from greatschools.org. So
correct.
You're just being the source of the source. But all of this all leads back to the same thing, which is just to nurture your leads. Be in front of them all the time. Don't think that you can kind of like I sent them one text message, so now they're going to use me. I sent them a text message, so now we're under contract. You have to stay in front of them, and you just have to keep loving on them and making them feel special.
Yeah, out of sight, out of mind. But if your CRM is being your virtual assistant and you're on automations and it's constantly staying in contact with your clients, even if they're not ready right now, they're that CD level lead or whatnot, they're constantly seeing you in their email docs or getting a text from you, you're sending your newsletter, whatever it is, you're staying relevant to them. And the best way to stay relevant besides all of these types of automations and stuff is, guess what, guys? Providing the value, okay? So if you can provide value in those newsletters like we talked about a couple of weeks ago, that's going to nurture your database, because when the time does come that they're ready to sell or buy, they're going to go to you because guess what? They like, trust, and know you now. Even if you haven't even had a conversation. I have had leads in my database that has been on automatic campaigns for a year or more, and they've never answered the phone. They've never responded to a text. And then out of the blue, it's like, hey, we're coming to town. We're ready to move. When can we set up an appointment? What? Who are you? Where did you come from?
Yeah, it's true. They say the gold is in the follow-up, right? And that's the saying.
Yeah, but even if they're not responding to you, they're still seeing you.
That's
and
right.
It makes them feel like they know you.
That's right.
Right?
I'm going to share what my goal is for this week, because we're all learning this together. This is just a growing phase for everybody. And I guess we could kind of turn it into a challenge. I love those. Listen, I'm always trying to challenge our team members to contests, and nobody ever wants to play. It makes me so sad. I'm like, I'll buy you lunch. Please
Hey, I did the fill the database challenge with you.
You did. It's almost the end of the month. I should probably add a whole bunch so that I don't have to buy you lunch.
You're going to, because I already won.
But anyway, this week, my plan, and in fact, I'm going to do it as soon as we finish up here. I want to do a live video to my leads, right? So when somebody comes in who's a cold lead, they're going to get a video that's going to be about as personal as it can be while still able to be sent out to everybody. And I'm just going to save it on my phone so that when it comes in, obviously I'm going to make the first phone call, right? The lead comes in, you make the phone call. Usually they don't answer. You leave a voicemail, follow up with a text. And then that's usually when they answer, because people don't like to talk on the phone anymore for some reason.
They don't.
They just don't. But anyway, my plan is to, instead of sending a text saying, hey, this is Athena with Cherry Point Real Estate, it's going to be my voice and my face. So hopefully when that lead is getting sent out to 3, 4, 5 other agents, I'm going to be the one that stands out over the others because I have a face and I'm a real person.
And I think we actually have a live stream coming out too that is going to be all about video marketing. So we're going to say like the ones that work the best for us, the ones that you should be doing in your business, and how to stand out against all the other agents in your area.
Okay, so I have to do this and track my results from it because.
Yes. So next Tuesday, because again, reminder, every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern time, we are live streaming in the group and on our YouTube channel. So you can watch in either place, live or the replay. But next Tuesday, we're going to be checking in with Athena and see, you know, how many videos she sent, how many responses she got back, and what that all looks like.
Oh, I love it. It's accountability.
Okay. I also think that we should do, and I was thinking about this the other day, but I'm thinking we should do a 30-day video challenge.
Okay.
In our group. And what that looks like is we will create a calendar of what type of videos to make and share for 30 days. And then we're going to do some fun sort of giveaway for the participants who participate in the challenge, who are engaged and based off of results and all kinds of other stuff. So we'll probably do a couple of different giveaways up in there.
I love that.
So we're going to work on that.
Can we gift the winner a trip for us to go see them wherever they live?
I mean, you never know. It could happen. Depends where they live. If they have snow, no. But we were talking about this earlier, that we're looking for more people to partner with us that live in tropical locations so we can come mastermind. So hit us up if you're in a tropical location. So the 30-day challenge will really help with the lead generation stuff that we talked about last week and the lead conversion that we talked about today, right, friends?
I'm excited about that.
So excited because, and also like I want people to join that challenge and not be worried about having to show themselves, okay? Because there will be some stuff and some work around if you are completely petrified of being on camera. But what we will do is we will have a jump start probably the week before the 30-day challenge starts. And we're going to offer some tips and tricks to being on video, some tools and stuff that will make that life a little bit easier. Okay.
That's super exciting.
Yeah. So, well, we hope to see everybody again on Tuesday.
Hold on. We have one more that we didn't talk about.
I'm not leaving.
Oh, I thought you were kicking us all out.
No, what do you want to talk about?
Well, we kind of talked about the S word. Which is scripts.
Yeah.
That's a dirty word.
It really is.
It's dirty because it's scary. It's scary, and I guarantee you that everybody right now, after listening to this podcast, is like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go call my leads. But what if they tell me that they're not interested in selling right now? Or what if they tell me that they already have an agent? Or what if they tell me that their best friend is an agent? Or what if they
Mm-hmm.
tell me that they can't sell their house because they don't have anywhere else to go? Or what if they tell me that I can't get enough money because I just bought my house?
Or what if you're meeting with a seller who is interviewing other agents?
That's right. So like the objections are endless, right? And we've all heard them. And once you hear one, it's always in the back of your mind that you're
The
gonna
answers
get
are all the
asked
same.
that question again. That's right. So scripts, while I don't like the word, you have to know what to expect.
Scripts just ain't us. It's just not.
Yeah, it's okay to role play, right?
We don't
like,
do scripts on our show. We don't do scripts. Period.
We really don't. But we do have an outline. We know what to say. We know what to, I'll look down every once in a while and be like, getting a little sidetracked.
Like, oh, Jess stole my topic.
Yeah. Or just now, I was like, don't go. We still have one more to talk about. But yeah, just know. So that would be kind of cool for our Facebook group, maybe.
Don't give away too much, because in our private elite team, we are doing script practices every Friday, and it's a whole different change on the real scripts and role playing. Okay, because this is us getting real down and dirty and changing the way scripts are done. Okay.
That's right.
Giving you real conversations, because what happens with scripts? Tell me why you hate scripts.
I hate scripts because I sound like I am not myself.
Correct. And people can tell they're being scripted.
Correct.
Because
no one likes
if
that.
I hear another person say to me, what would that do for your life? I swear, Lord baby Jesus.
But Jess, what would that do for you and your business?
Guys, Athena might not make it back next Tuesday.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
So
but you
know. Do that. But maybe in our Facebook group, we could just share some of the objections that people are getting right now, because the objections change depending on the market that we're in.
Yes, we will share some of the scripts and stuff. I mean, people use scripts on their social media accounts too. Oh, I'm entering a contest. I'm trying to get as many people in my database as possible. And you see it all the time. And we all see it a lot more because we have so many friends that are real estate agents, right? But guess what?
Right.
Every one person out there in the real world, how many friends do they have that are a real estate agent?
Probably like 7 right now. There's a lot of us out here.
Yeah, they're multiplying.
The pool is getting full.
Yeah, so they can see it. They're like, oh my gosh, like, did they teach this in real estate school? These are the things that you're supposed to be saying to people? No. Okay, so that's why we do scripts and role playing differently. We make you find your inner voice and how to use it appropriately. So we actually share that all in our private group. If you are interested in joining the Modern Real Estate Agent Elite team, send one of us a message of what that will look like. We would love to have you, especially if you're in a tropical location.
That's right.
I like warm weather.
So I have a really big takeaway.
I love it. Let's hear it.
From today. If I ever enter the dating world again, which will be never, but if I ever do for any reason, I'm totally going to put my blind dates in my CRM, so that they can verify the identity.
And I just want to say, like, 90% of what we talk about today was not on our outline. The whole dating game inside your relationship, that just happened.
Well, but seriously, like, that's all I could think about when you were talking about it. I was like, holy crap. If I was single, I would totally put all of my people through my CRM and then, like, let them nurture them, because I'm not a nurturing person.
It must be all the advertisements for The Bachelor, because I have no idea where it all came from. But as it was coming out, it just made sense.
Right. But I'm going to put them all in my CRM, and then I'm going to validate them, and then I'm going to nurture them with the drip campaigns and see who has a good response time.
see who you pick. It's like plenty of fish on your CRM. Listen,
I mean,
you
really,
just never know.
really, a
You never know
dating
what you're gonna
website
get.
is a CRM.
And I also want to point out, we've only had coffee, water, and tea. We have not started drinking alcohol. So, I mean, I can't imagine. We are, I do want to announce before we go for the day, we are planning on doing a get together via Zoom in the evening with your choice of beverage. It'll be a wine hangout event. But of course, if you don't drink, that's fine. You are more than welcome to have water, tea if you're in the South, whatever it is, you bring it. And we're going to hang out, and we are going to talk about some big, big, awesome, exciting stuff. So we would love to have everyone come and hang out with us. We'll be sharing more information on that soon. Again, adding to your takeaways, anybody living in a tropical location, it's really cold here this week. Please hit us up.
Do you want me to do our wrap-up thing that we do?
Yeah, do it.
Okay. So, here we go. Number one, we're going to rank and tag our leads so that we have clarification on who they are and who needs our help the most. Number two, we're going to reach out immediately. Like, be the first person to reach out if you can. If you can't, let your CRM be the first person to reach out.
Yeah, because leads really have ADD and they've already moved on.
That's right. And they're not loyal to you in any way, shape, or form. They're not going to be like, oh, well, let me wait a couple hours to see if this person gets back in touch with me.
Yeah,
they
don't know you.
House.
They don't love you yet.
And most of them think that you all work together anyways. Like, they don't realize that you're different people.
They haven't committed to dating you yet.
They've not signed a prenup. Automatic systems in your CRM, let your CRM do the work for you so that you can go out and enjoy the dating world or whatever world you're in.
We don't know.
Stay in front of your leads and nurture them. Make them feel special and love them. And just remember that this is a long-term game. Real estate is not something that you wake up in the morning and you're like instantly a top dollar, $1 million producer. You're just not. It's
a marathon, not a sprint.
There you go. That's perfect. You're going to get some leads that are ready to go. Like, those are my favorite, actually.
Everybody is.
You're going to get a call and they're going to be like, hey, I want to go see this house. And then, like, next thing you know, like, the guy is standing there saying, hey, so do I write you the check or what do I? True story. But not everyone is going to be like that.
Can you take the cash I put in the trunk of my car?
He was just going to write me a check.
I mean, I like those ones as well.
So,
I love it so much. Okay, so we are going to be working on the 30-day video challenge. I'm going to share with you our team Canva template for vendors. And also, just want to remind everybody that every Tuesday we hang out at 10 a.m. with our coffee on our live stream podcast. And again, if you are into podcast audio only, Thursdays, they go live on all the podcast platforms such as Spotify, Apple iTunes, Anchor, and everywhere you listen to podcasts. So enough with all the boring stuff. We love you. We are so excited for you all, inviting your friends to our group because together we grow, we learn, and we just become way more freaking awesome together, right?
It is way more fun when you guys are with us.
Okay.
I couldn't sleep last night. Do you get that way on Monday night?
Oh yeah, I'm so excited for Tuesdays. Our
Me
Tuesday
too.
get together is awesome. And Athena and I are usually like running all around. We jam in the office with lots of music to get all excited. And we run around with different lights and stuff to try to make sure lights are not shining in Athena's glasses.
I know. I had that problem today. It's
I don't
that
see it.
reflection.
No, but we do a lot of stuff to get pumped up to spend with you guys. So We are super excited. If you watch this live stream later, please make sure you comment #replay so that we can pop in and answer any questions that come up. Again, anybody has suggestions and awesome ideas and things that they want to contribute, we'd love to hear them.
Yay. Do we know what we're doing next week? Should we tell them that before we go?
We
Because I'm
do.
so excited about it already.
Let me see what it is, because I don't remember.
We're giving away all the secrets to the co-brokes.
Is that what we're talking about next week?
Uh-huh.
Are you sure?
Yeah. If not, we're gonna reschedule it and do it anyway.
Stop.
No,
Why
I'm
are we
so
doing
excited for it.
I know you are.
It's
Let's
all
see.
the secrets.
I know, but
we
we already have them all scheduled out. So
Yes.
next one, no, next live stream is a team right for you, and is the traditional model broken?
Okay.
So that's gonna be a good one. We do have the co-host one coming up, and that one is gonna be really
We should
fun.
do like a special edition reporting for that.
A special edition. Okay. We'll get on that.
All right.
This is
We'll
Just
see
Hefty
it.
coming live from New Bern, North Carolina with our
Breaking
special
news.
edition. All right, friends, we will see you
later.
next Tuesday. Bye for
Bye.
now.